Welcome back to MiiBooth, Irfan here. Now I have reviewed a bunch of projectors before. Some were meant solely for entertainment and some more towards office use. But what I have today is the classy all-rounder which can conquer any terrain. This is basically the Cadillac of projectors. From design to connectivity to display to portability, there is so much to talk about that if I start doing it now, the intro itself will become a review of its own. So let me show you. But first, unboxing. Right guys, so here we have the box of the Viewsonic M2 portable LED projector, which looks a lot like a chocolate cake box, and suddenly I'm craving some now. This thing retails for $650 or if you're in Dubai then around 2,700 dirhams. Inside the box we have the projector in a neat soft cloth case. Next to that we have another box with the remote control which runs on two AAA batteries and they come along with it, and a Wi-Fi dongle. Below this we have a compartment full of accessories. We've got a nice carrying bag for the projector and all of its accessories, and then we've got a power adapter, then we've got a different sort of power cable, and finally another one. And there's a user manual somewhere around here. Look at this projector. Right out of the box, the premium craftsmanship just hits you in the face. It has a matte finish all around. The finishing around the edges is immaculate. Apart from the top and bottom, which are black, the sides have a chocolate brown sort of shiny color. On the front we have the lens and a bunch of sensors for autofocus, eye protection, etc. Next to that we have one speaker, and there is one on the back as well. So two speakers with integrated Harman Kardon sound tech. On the back we have a very comprehensive connectivity panel. So we have the power button here with a tiny LED, a USB-C port to power it with a 45 watts or more power bank, which is a great added bonus. Then we have an HDMI port, the DC adapter port which comes with it. In the bottom row we have a micro SD memory card slot, a USB 3.0 port for flash drives, external hard drives, etc. And it also can be used to charge phones from, and a 3.5mm audio jack for external headphones, speakers, etc. Just to let you know, you can also connect Bluetooth headphones or speakers, but we'll come to that later. On the bottom we have three rubber legs, a screw hole to mount it on a tripod, a slot to load the Wi-Fi dongle, which we'll do right now, and finally a kickstand to elevate the lens if you don't want to use a tripod. So design wise it is a complete package. Let's power it on now. Once powered on, we have this Android-ish sort of user interface where you have quite a comprehensive menu. Before going anywhere else, I'm going to head to settings, network settings, and connect to Wi-Fi. Make sure you have that Wi-Fi dongle plugged into the projector as I showed before. I'm going to go back to the main menu and we'll come to the settings later once again. By the way, let me point out here that I've not even switched off the lights yet, and you can clearly see everything on the wall. The LED inside can produce 1200 lumens and I have no problem accepting that. Now I'll go ahead and switch off the lights. Alright, so here you see this big tile called Aptoid. This is basically like an app store where you can download from dozens of applications related to entertainment, sports, news, and much more. Now these applications work pretty much like the ones on your phone, like this TED Talks app that I downloaded. You can stream all the videos right here from the projector. Now when you download the apps, they move to the App Center on the home screen, and you can also place them on the home screen directly. Now I've loaded a bunch of media into a flash drive and I'm gonna plug it into the USB 3 port. You'll find all of your files inside the File Management tab. I've loaded different types of formats of videos, pictures, audio, and Office files to see what all it can support. And I've come to find out that it can support pretty much any format. I started with some high quality, colorful videos which I downloaded from YouTube basically, and some of my own as well. And let me tell you, rarely have I come across such a high definition, vibrant, colorful, and sharp display in projectors. Its native resolution is 1080p, Full HD, and it is super crisp. Simply a pleasure to watch. It can also support all sorts of image formats like JPEG, PNG, etc. in case you want to put on a slideshow. Now, if you feel the projection isn't sharp enough, let me show you something you would have only seen in cameras so far. See this button? You press this and it automatically sets the focus to as sharp as possible. Autofocus in a projector. If you still prefer to do it manually, then you can bring up settings directly from the remote, and in basic settings change the focus manually like this. Since we're back in settings anyways, you can play around with other things like language, projector position, and keystone. You can set it to auto and it will adjust the keystone automatically every time you change the angle of the lens. You can also connect a Bluetooth speaker or headphones from here, which brings me to its inbuilt speakers. Now it has dual speakers with integrated Harman Kardon sound, and it knows how to put up a show. You feel you can't prevent that it's way too late. You're so confused. It is loud. I mean, more than enough for a large room size for like 20 people loud. And also really good quality. Now we just press start and preferably move forward or backwards. And it also helps if there is a subject. You can get some really awesome shots with this effect. It almost has like the perfect amount of bass and depth, and it's just very good to hear. Talking about projection size, the short throw lens can throw a display of 80 inches from just 2.18 meters, and even at that size it doesn't dim out. It is perfectly bright enough to be viewed. And let me show you another great feature. What if you don't have 2 meters and in a tight space the head-on display is pretty small? Well, you can project from an angle, from a side I mean. And then from settings you can adjust the H keystone to give you a perfectly rectangle display. That's cool, right? Anyways, coming back to media, it is not limited only to audio, video, and pictures. It can also run Microsoft Office. Here is an Excel file I just made. And it can also run PowerPoint presentations and even PDF files. Stressing on my point again, a complete all-rounder. Finally, there's also wireless screen mirroring where you can cast your device, be it laptop, phone, etc. Now for laptop, you just have to go to a Chrome browser, you click on the 3 dots, come down to cast, select sources, desktop, and then cast. Then it just casts your desktop onto the projector, and then you can take it from there. For an iPhone, simply pull down the control center, click on screen mirroring, and select the projector from available devices. There it is. Now you can continue browsing Instagram here, because that's what a social media addiction needs, right? Bigger screen. Now for Android, you need to download Google Home, and from there you can get the screencasting setup. If you want to see a tutorial on that, let me know in the comments below and I'll post a demo video on my YouTube stories. Okay, now let's talk about some extras. Number 1, power. Now other than a power supply, you can also power it using a power bank and a USB-C cable. Anyway, so it is great for business people on the go as well as camping outdoors, provided the power bank can throw out 45 watts of power with 15 volts and 3 amps current minimum. Second is eye protection. Now every time something blocks the lens, even as small as a finger, it immediately shuts down the display and all you see is this eye protection sign on the screen, which is great. Number 3, you can download a remote app on your phone and use that if you don't want to carry around its own remote. And number 4, it is not a lamp-based projector. The LED inside has a lifespan of 30,000 hours. To put that into perspective, so if you're using it 5 hours a day, which is a lot, for 365 days a year, it will be 16 years before the LED runs out of juice. Let's wrap it up now. Design, small compared to other bulky ones out there, and also considering all the features it is providing. Beautifully crafted and solid construction. Number 2, connectivity. Comprehensive connectivity panel to play media from flash drives, memory cards, HDMI connections, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, screen mirroring from smart devices, and you can also charge your phone from it. Number 3, display. Short throw lens to give you 80-inch display, super bright, crisp, and very vibrant 1080p Full HD display with cinema color tech, autofocus, auto keystone correction, as well as side perspective correction. This thing can handle entertainment as good as office use. No complaints here. Number 4, sound. Loud and clear, deep, as well as 360. All thanks to the dual speakers and Harman Kardon sound. And price, $650, the same which you'll end up paying for a projector with similar specs, but probably double the size and half as good speakers. So why not this? Anyways, I'll leave a link below in case you want to check it out. That's it for now, guys. If you like what you saw, hit that like button below and share the video with your friends and family. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to MiiBooth for more gadget reviews, DIYs, and life hacks. You can also follow me on Instagram and other social media. All the links are in the description box below. Click on the thumbnails to watch my other videos or check out my YouTube channel for more. And as always, thanks for watching.